Hey everybody, welcome to a video from UK Rival. You've got myself here, Martin, and today we are looking at the Forza Horizon 4. So, figured as we are impending release of the main game, now will be a good time just to take a step back from playing it. Oh, let's jump straight in and look at my review of the game, my initial thoughts, how I'm finding the game, and what I like, don't like, just a general all-round feelings in the game. So we've got, it's a fourth instalment, so obviously set in Scotland in the UK. We've got, graphically, this game is stunning. We'll go on that. We'll go on a bit of a drive in a little bit, just so I can show you the game itself, and the graphics is what it's mainly been built on. So just in the Horizon Festival now as we speak. So as you can see, I'm level 55. So I've put a fair bit of time in the game, just in regards to just playing the game and enjoying the game as a game, rather than jumping straight on and banging videos out. So I've just taken a bit of time just to enjoy the game as a racing game, as a car fan that I am, and a Forza fan that I am. I figured it was time just to, do you know what, enjoy the game. I've done the same with FIFA 19, obviously I've got that as well, so do look out for a video on that as well, with my initial thoughts on that as well, coming up soon. So we'll start with car collections. We're in the auto show now, so the cars are vast on this game. There are so many. Just to give you an idea of how many there are, this is how many manufacturers are in the game. So there are lots and lots and lots to keep you busy. So car wise, Forza have done fantastically well, because there's just so many cars to pick from, and everything is different. So you've got the new Dodge Durango, you've got the Vipers, you've got the standard big names, the FXX, the 458, the LaFerrari. So there's big names on the game, as you would expect being a racing game. Obviously you do miss sort of Mitsubishi, I have missed that, and the Supra, just for nostalgic reasons really. I enjoy drifting a Supra more than anything else, so do miss not having that car in the game, but there's plenty of other cars to make up for that within the game. So the game itself, sort of content wise, is huge already, and with the Ultimate Edition obviously packs are going to come, and there's 2 expansions to come, so the car list is only going to grow. Obviously Forzathon just brings more as well, and obviously we'll get onto that as well. So at the moment I've got, let's have a look how many cars I've got. So I think I'm probably not far away from 100. So I haven't really played the game too much. A lot of these cars were given to you as frees, like the James Bond versions, the Formula Drifts, the Koenigsegg Agera RS. So there's a lot of cars in here that were given for nothing, but there's some that obviously you've got to go out and earn, and different things like that. So it's just a case of some are barn finds. Sort of Speed 12 is one of the barn finds, for example. That's one of them that I found. There's a couple of others in here as well. So a nice little Robin Reliant slam van. So let's jump into something, and what we'll do is we'll go for a little drive. So I don't want something too quick. We'll take my Hurricane out. So map, we're going to move on to map now. Now there are a couple of bits in the game that I don't like. They're not for me, and we'll get onto those. I don't obviously want to. The game is fucking fantastic. I don't want to start on a bad tone. I prefer to show you what it's great, and then leave a little, this is what I don't like, at the end, because everyone's going to have their personal opinions, I think, and for me to have mine, I think this is why we're doing, just sort of having a little look. Fancy an adventure? Can't do barn find, thanks. I think everyone's going to have their opinions. A lot of people don't like certain things in the game, certain things here. There's things that need changing in the game, which I think it's normal with the game. Things need tweaking. there are certain things. I think the PLP50, I think there's something to do with that needs changing. But generally, it's fantastic. So let's have a look at the map. So map-wise, it's huge. It does take a long time to drive between the two. Obviously, you can see from my events list that there are sort of showcases and different classes of events, and these are the Forzathon ones. So we'll move on to Forzathon, and I'll show you what's going on this week. A couple of wildfire rumours, more events up here. So nice little Halo touch in the game. That's I do appreciate that, being the bit of a fanboy that I am. So again, it goes massive. It's huge. So you can access all of these areas up here. I know there is a bonus board at the top of this hill as well, so I can't actually reach it with my controller. So, but you can climb up there. Obviously, possible expansions going across the bridges here. There's 3 ready-made bridges there to just drive across, ready for the sort of future content coming. Now, it's a bit. One thing I've noticed, it's a bit odd. There is a small airstrip here, which is more of a fun airstrip. There's jumps, there's a drift track, nice little golf course in the middle here. Edinburgh's got an airport, but there's no sort of big commercial airport, which is slightly peculiar, I found. But it's only one small thing, so it'll probably be within an expansion. So you've got a quarry here, you've got the big lake now. With the changing of the seasons, obviously certain things become more accessible than others once we are playing the game. So the map's generally huge. Okay, I think it's about 500, 600 roads that you've got to explore. Again, I'm nowhere near anywhere close to that. Just not at all. Just nowhere near it. So nice thing, being able to change car on the go. So I can just change on cars on the fly. So what have I got? 86 I've got at the moment. So again, level 50, I've got 86 cars. You can see I'm doing a fairly well, 4.3 million. I haven't really needed to spend any money on cars at this stage. So everything is just prize spins. Obviously get prize spins for skills, for leveling up. There's 2 sets of prize spins in this one. You've got super, so you've got normal wheel spins and you've got super wheel spins. Now normal wheel spins are your standard 1 spin. Super wheel spins are 3. I will, as we're touching base on wheel spins now, one thing I don't like within the game is emotes and costumes. I'm a car guy. I play this game for the cars, to be able to throw cars around the countryside, just go crazy in the cars. I do not care what my guy looks like. Don't get me wrong, it's nice to have an avatar that looks alright. Sorry, dear. But there are certain things. I don't see the point of emotes apart from trolling other players, which is not why I play racing games. Play racing games to enjoy racing games and actually racing against other people. So I'll show you in here. So this is one of the other new features, sort of houses. You've got different locations around the map. You can go and buy houses. You can have the castle. You can have the big manor, each with their own perks. This is the Forzathon double points, which I'll show you what the Forzathon has done a little bit. So this just enables me to get double points on the Forzathon events. So the properties, it's essentially a garage on the move. You can come in, change car, select upgrades. You can customize your character. You can also go in and buy cars. So it's essentially a Horizon Festival on the move that you've got to visit. So just going to the customize my character. So this is the point I was touching on. So obviously you've got a selection of people that you can choose. You've got girls, guys, you've got different ethnicities. Then you've got down to sort of what they're wearing. So the different polo shirts and tops, and sort of there are some garish things. Like what is that? What is that? Jackets, the VIP jacket. So there's some bog standard jackets, some obviously quite nice ones. The items are unisex. but you can get skirts on the guys. I don't know that because Weeksy 12, you're not going to like this, but he was in a skirt the other day. So just putting it out there. There you go, look, you can wear them. They do wear them. The game is modelled at both sexes, so it's not an issue. It is what it is. It's just easier. They haven't got to then set 2 sets of clothing for 2 different types of characters and update the wheel spins and those sorts of things. So sunglasses, worthwhile addition. As you can see, I haven't got any of them yet. These 2 pairs, don't understand. Don't. A clip-on tash for your nose, again, absolutely pointless. Don't see the point in this whatsoever. I just don't get it. Why you'd put these in. Wrist bracelets, a standard clothing item. Gloves, outfits, so you can have sort of the James Bond ones that come with the James Bond pack. Then you've got a chicken suit, which again I don't know why, and a disco chicken suit, which again I don't know why, apart from trolling other players. This is what I'm on about. So you've got 2. You've got one for Showboat and one for Victory. So you've got sort of the standard ones, and then you've got the more Fortnite ones. So you've got the sort of the standard dancing. You've got the ballet, which if you fancy it, the fist pump, the body pop is on there. Pop and lock, singing, the Running Man challenge, the Macarena. Why have they put the Macarena on Forza? See me whip. Interesting. Clown dance. Again, funny thing is the Carlton's in here, so you can stand there and do that while you're waiting for the race to start. When it shows you the showcase of 2 players against each other, one of you's doing this. Now for me, what is that? That's not the reason I play Forza. So I stick with the standard, just patiently waiting. I'm just going to stand there. Because the trouble is, when you visit a beauty spot, your guy's then doing that at the beauty spot. So I'd rather just have him stood there with the car than doing something different. So that's one of the things I don't like. Obviously, it's built for a wider audience. So it's built for people of all ages. And the game itself, the way the cars drive and the handling, the game is well received. Oh, little tap. I do enjoy the game. I think the way they've made it, they've done very well. It's a clear improvement on Horizon 3. Map size is good. Car quality and size is a lot better. Events are fun. Oh, nice little train there in the background, which is, oh, I can't even think of the name now as I'm doing it. So you race that in one of the events. Ooh, don't know why, thank you. So as a standard normal Horizon game, so you've got the bonus boards. Bonus boards get you fast travel. Bonus boards get you experience. You've got the speed zones, which for some reason I'm doing on in a drift car, but that is what it is, I suppose. To be fair, this thing's running 850 brake horsepower. It's got power. The game, yeah, I appreciate it. The races are good.
You have arrived at your destination.
The general feeling in the game is well enjoyed. So done some, just getting into sort of gameplay specifics. I'm just dropping down to the main mode. So gameplay specifics. So each season, once you get through the initial, so you go through, as you start the game, you go through the four seasons just to give you sort of an insight into them. So you go through, start in the summer, go into autumn, winter, then into spring. And that's the tutorial of the game. So it's quite a long and engaging tutorial, and lots of things won't open until you get out of that. So sort of the car club and those sorts of things won't open until you actually get out of the tutorial. But it doesn't tell you it is a tutorial. You're just how do they put it? You're trying to earn your Horizon wristband, which is followed on from the last Horizon, obviously with a different coloured wristband. So from what I can tell, there's just one wristband. If you're in the Horizon Festival, you're in the Horizon Festival, sorry. And then obviously you're let loose to go and fill the game however you want to fill the game. Now, I've not done a huge amount of races so far in the game because I just wanted to get down to the nitty gritty within Forza, within this game. And the sort of driving the cars, enjoying the cars, throwing them off road, tuning them ridiculously, just having some fun, really, which is, I think, ultimately what the game is all about. You've got to be able to have fun in Horizon. Now, that's the main difference between this and Forza Motorsport 7. Is this game is aimed at fun rather than being serious track racing. This is an ultimate. It's just a mess around. It's be crazy. It's like the Crew. Just be crazy. Go and do what you want. Just enjoy yourself. Find your own way around the world. Enjoy the cars. Meet other people. Race around and have fun. Which as a game is fantastic. Driving wise, cars are easy to drive. There's no real difficulties. You can get the handling stats on the cars high, but even with sort of lower stats, they still drive really well. I'm not a big fan of rallying. Sort of don't buy rally games and those sorts of things. As I'm more of a track racer, but I enjoy off-roading on this game. There's some good off-roading cars, and it's easy to handle and drive and be competitive. That's the thing. So yeah, gameplay's fantastic. As you get out of sort of the tutorial, the game just virtually opens itself up. So you just get let loose in the world. You've obviously got showcase events that unlock. So you've got to race the hovercraft. You've got to race. That's the Flying Scotsman. That's the train name. Race the Flying Scotsman. You've got to fight Runaway in the Warthog for the Halo showcase. You've got to race the Delta Wing. So there's good showcase events which just show you the game in all its detail. Now you've got the motocross here. Now that's the one in the demo. So actually it's in the beginning of this one. So the initial race is the motocross one. So a little bit disappointing that you've already done it and then have to go and do it again. Don't really get that. So it turns it more into a race element than just sort of a showcase and welcome to the game. So as we are, obviously once you've been released back into the game, the seasons slow down in regards to real world time. So at the moment with Forzathon, and obviously that works quite nicely with moving on. So at the moment, as you come back into the game, it's summer season. So this, as you can see, goes on for another 2 days and 22 hours, and then it will change to autumn season. So by the looks of it, this has been in summer season since release on the 28th. So it's been going sort of a week on each, and then after a week it will change to the next season and the next season and the next season. So and with each season there are Forzathon events. So Forzathon has changed this time. There are daily challenges, cars for sale, the big weekly challenge. This week's the Retro Hot Hatch challenge. So all of these things earn points to then go through it into a grand total just in the bottom corner. You can see just underneath in the bottom right hand corner. So you then build up the points to Forzathon points to go into the shop and buy things. So this week you can purchase the wheel spin, you can purchase the Forza Edition car, which is the Bentley Continental GT, the standard car, which is the 911 GT3 RS, the 2019 version. Obviously you got a horn there as well, which I think I won that in a wheel spin rather than actually purchasing it. So I haven't spent any of my Forzathon points so far. Obviously got a nice t-shirt there which you can't get, and then you've got the big super wheel spin. So these will change every week as the seasons change. So the daily challenges will change sort of every day. As you can see, there's still 22 hours and things left on that. So some of them are slightly longer. I've got a sort of a closely overtake, so it's pass skill, for drafting. You've got 3 ultimate pass skills. So they all just build up your Forzathon points. Now within free roam, there's events called Forzathon Live, which are essentially you work as a team with however many people turn up and take on the challenges they set. So they put a place on the lobby, and you've all got to travel there and then just go and do the challenges. So one example, yesterday I think there was about 8 of us that were doing it. So it's all people you just meet in the lobby. Sorry. You then just go and do. So we did a danger jump. We did a speed zone and then a speed camera. And then you just have to try and set your highest speeds through there and keep doing it until the quota is filled. I don't know, doing this one. Just try this one. So that's good, and they earn you 30 Forzathon points. But with the house I've got being a VIP, what everyone else has got, unless you're not a VIP, then you won't have it. We get 60 points because of the house. You get double points. So it goes up quite quickly. I've done a couple of those. There's achievements linked to those as well. So there are businesses in the game as well. Oh, there's a bonus ball, I think. No, it's the bin. So yeah, businesses in the game. There's a couple of sort of car clubs. Businesses are a way to earn money when you're not in the game. So the one I've got at the moment, I don't know what other ones there are, is for World's Fastest Rentals. So it's just a case of I assume it's delivering cars, I think. A couple of the other things depending on level and how you get in the game. So there is the Drift Club, which is here. So that's 10 chapters, 30 stars. You go through and just do sort of, it's almost a race with the Drift Club. It's sort of like drift runs and those sorts of things. You've got the Stuntman, which essentially makes you a stuntman for James Bond. I don't know what film they are making, but you go through and do a different event. So as you can see, I've done that one as well. There's another one here, which is LA Racer. So that's another one depending on level that I unlocked at level 40. I've got there wasn't anything at level 50, but again that might change as I get later in. There might be more. So danger sign is here, so you can see there's another danger sign there, and then you've got more. So you've got influence boards and fast travel boards. So all of the grey ones are the ones I've done. You've got beauty spots, speed zones, drift zones. You've got the sort of the standard well-known stuff within Forza. Looking at the different sort of badges of the events, you've got the blue circuit one, which is road racing series. So they level, each of these level individually, and I'll show you those in a moment. So you've got street racing, which is the dark blue. You've got road racing. Then you've got the cross country is the green one. And where's a dirt? So dirt is orange. There's one. Rally. So there they are, the different items. So there you go. Look, house for sale there, 350,000 for the Kingfisher Cottage. So it's just one of those things. There you got the drag racing, which appeared in Forza 7 in anticipation for this game. It works very, very well. Where it's the open world setting, you literally just turn up, lights are off, green, you go, away you go. There's no sort of lobbies or anything like that. It's generally turn up and race. No matter how many people are in the lobby, how many people are there, you can just turn up and race. So which is quite fun. There are some very nice things in the game, and how they level. So as you can see, level skills level 5 here. So My Horizon Life is what it's called. So you've got different levels for different things within the game. So you've got road racing series. Now they all, as far as I know, level to level 10. I've only ever got a couple of things to level 10 so far. The road racing series is level 9. So you've got dirt, street, cross country, drag strip, drift. These are the sort of car manufacturers, so photographer, painter, tuner, blueprinter. You've got speed zones and danger zone, speed trap. You've got the car collector, rivals mode, explorers for influencing them and looking around the map. These are online, so you've got racing, team adventure, anything goes team adventure, and games team adventure. As you go into the normal adventure mode, you'll get an option to pick one of the three. And as you can see, I'm quite a racer at the moment in the game, so I've just been doing the racing team one. Skills go up as they go up. Mixer, I don't use Mixer, so I'll probably have to start using it just to get that up. World's fastest, don't actually know what that is yet. And LA Racers there as well, so that's the one that's just unlocked. So Drift Club I've done, Stunt Driver I've done, so these are sort of the added extras as you go up. So World's Fastest, that is the business. And then obviously Playground Games are there. Now you have to be a certain level to access certain things. So Ranked Adventure turns it from an unranked adventure into a sort of a competitive series where you unlock series rewards. Now this is here, and this will show you sort of what you get at the end of each series depending on how well you do and how high you get up. So as you can see, from League 20 you get the 205 Forza Edition, the 20 cap, the t-shirt and a super wheel spin. So as you go up you get different things, because the Lancia Delta there, you've got Shark welly boots, which are pain. You've got the Porsche Cayenne there. So it gets better and better as we go up. So you've got the Aventador 16 there, so that's the SV one, which you can't buy. You have to unlock it through wheel spins or series rewards. Got a crown, if you want to give your guy a crown. Horns, so there's quite a lot of horns in the game. Obviously the mustache, and then if you manage to get all the way to the top ranking, you get a super wheel spin, the Vulcan Forza Edition, the Grandmaster quote, which is what you say in the quick quote series when you're talking, and then the Grandmaster cap. So if you really want to win a cap, and you have to be level 3 in one of the unranked adventures. So I've got to level 3 in racing, so it now unlocks ranked adventure for me. So it can be any of them just to unlock it. So look at the Grandmaster teams. So are there any in there yet? No, there aren't. So nobody has got there yet. Let's see if there's any players in there. Racing. There's none. Or it just can't connect to the server. So Creative Hub is where you go through and obviously look at your photos and those sorts of things. Obviously you've got library designs and street scenes and My Creative Hub. So let's have a look in here, just so you can see it. So I haven't done any of it yet, as you can see. So it gives you sort of an update on everything. So the blueprints are obviously events people have made. Cars, you go into your cars, your masteries, skill points on the cars essentially. So each one is individual to the car, and you build your points up to then spend them on the car that then provides you with boosts. So I know that within there, sort of the TVR Sagarist, you get if you spend 100 skill points, you can get the Forza Edition one and those sorts of things. So it just improves all your skills and what you get for each cars. So allows you to go to the Horizon Festival. Obviously you've got to showcase some of the cars. Rivals, I haven't done any of these yet. Obviously these are events, standard rivals with any Forza game. You then go through and race against fastest times. You've got your club, obviously the club's there now. You have to go through the main Horizon before you can get into the club, before you can unlock this screen essentially. And then last but not least, you've got sort of the marketplace, which is standard. So you've got the VIP and the treasure map and the expansions when they come. So overall, I think it's a fantastic game. I do really enjoy it as a game. It's fun to have fun on here with your friends, and obviously we've been with the guys from the channel, just messing around, and where it's more carefree, it just brings more people onto the game. So one of the guys I've got on the channel and in the sort of pub itself he's not a huge racing fan, and all he's been doing for the last sort of 3 days is texting me about playing this. So, and that's coming from someone that isn't really a racer. which is nice to see. It's nice just to bring other people into the game. But Horizon's always been designed that way. Oh, there's a Ford. Thanks. Yeah, overall, what are my thoughts? Overall, I like the game. We'll plough plenty more hours into the game. A couple of things I don't like, but I can understand why they did it. Obviously, to make the game last longer. I get that. I get that's the reason they put emotes in it, so you can't just get all the best cars. I get that. I get the game. I know they need to make it more accessible to everybody. And bring things in that are going to bring more fans into the game and obviously grow the Forza business, because at the end of the day they're a business, they make video games and they do very well to keep the fan base happy. So I've been with Forza since the first one, so it's one of the main reasons that I like my Xbox is the Forza series. It's a fun game. Obviously do keep an eye out. Obviously there's things you'll like in the game, there's things you won't like. Obviously do leave comments. I'm interested to know your thoughts. Obviously what you thought of my review, points I brought up. I'm interested to know your thoughts. If there's anything I've missed, obviously do mention it to me. I'm quite happy for more of you to get involved. Quite happy to. I'm very engaging with people, so drop me a note in the comments and I'll respond as soon as I can. Keen to get your guys' thoughts on the games. How are you finding the game? What do you think of it? If you're struggling for people online to play with, hit me up. Got a couple of guys online, so always more than happy to do races and those sorts of things. So, or just go for a drift, or just want to sling it off road, then drop me a message and we'll do some recording. Time to get more of you on it. The channel's aimed at the community, and you guys want to get involved. So it's my review. So if you give it 5 stars, I would give it, from what I've played so far, I'm going to give it 4.5. Now, I love the game. Don't get me wrong. I've ploughed so many hours into it already that it's stupid, but I don't like the costumes when you can't get out of the cars. I don't like the emotes when they're just used for trolling. I'm a racer and just a humble guy. I don't need to do the Colton dance before a race. It doesn't get me in the zone. It does nothing but make me more determined to beat people that are doing it. So in a sense, it probably could be a good thing. Just get me more fired up. But yeah, alright, that's it from me. Right, I'm going to swing this a little bit more. Right, thank you very much for checking out the video. It's been a pleasure. And obviously, if you did like the video, drop me a comment as mentioned. Hit the like and subscribe. Oh, I've stacked it right at the end. Oh, I kept it. Drop me a like and subscribe, and I will catch you all in the next video. Keep an eye out for lots more content coming. Obviously, we're going to have a look at fast cars in the game. There's a cheeky little number that's going to need to be nerfed because it is too good already. And I'll get onto that in one of the videos. So keep an eye out for that, and we will see you. I will see you next time. Thanks very much for tuning in.